I'm saying that right. The session is 45 minutes long. All right. Pleasure, all good. Okay, I think we'll get going. There's a few of us here. Whoever joins along the way can just fall in. Welcome everybody. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Bianca, and I'll be guiding you through the next 45 minutes. We'll be doing a nice, strong Vinyasa flow. And today's focus is on arm balances. So we'll be doing some arm balances along the way. If there are any injuries, any pain, anything you're struggling with physically at the moment, then just take care. A reminder that this is your practice, so adjust it accordingly, find variations, get creative with your expression of your practice. If you can't hear or see me at any moment, just let me know in the chat and then I'll try and rectify it as much as possible. So we'll start in a comfortable seat, just easy cross-legged position. And sitting up nice and tall, stacking the spine on top of the sitting bones, head and neck gently resting on top of the spine. And resting the hands on top of the knees, close your eyes. Just take some time to arrive on your mat today. As you start to connect to your breathing, becoming aware of every inhale and every exhale, entering and exiting the body. And now see if you can deepen the breath. Maybe slow down the breath, creating more time and space between every inhale and every exhale. Finding expansion as you breathe in through the chest, through the belly. And release as you exhale. And as you settle, we come to our intention for our practice today. And our intention is that of focus and patience. And how we can channel frustration or maybe even anger and transform that energy into focus and patience. Being self-compassionate in those times of frustration. Practicing patience when our focus might veer off. And if this doesn't serve you, then you're welcome to set your own intention for today. Gently, we're going to bring the palms together, bring some movement into the body. And you can keep the eyes closed. We just clasp the hands, clasp the fingers, and then start to roll out into the wrists. If you would like, you can blink the eyes open, just creating a soft gaze out in front of you. So rolling the wrists in any and all directions. Beautiful. With your next inhale, we spread the palms out in front of us. Really stretching into the hands, stretching into the fingertips as you inhale all the way up. And as you exhale, round the spine. Navel draws towards the spine. Still keeping the palms out in front of you, fingers clasped. Inhale, up. Exhale, round the spine. 2 more just like that. Inhale, up. Exhale, round. Last time, inhale as you draw the gaze up. Exhale as you round. Releasing the hands now, we're going to place our hands onto the floor. Really spreading the hands, spreading the fingers and pressing the palms into the floor. So from here I'm just going to show you from the side on. We're going to lift our palms, pressing into the fingers. So you're almost pressing into this inner knuckle. And then lower the palm back down. So doing that with both hands at the same time. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we lower. We're doing this for 10 rounds. And what this does is it just gets some mobility and activation into the hands, into the wrists, into the forearms. And we're going to need this activation in our arm balances. And if you're thinking arm balances are scary, don't worry, I'll be giving some variations of a few things along the way, so don't let it intimidate you. Beautiful. With your last round, we flip the palms now, we place the fingertips behind us. As we inhale, draw the chest forward, and as you exhale, round the spine. If this is too much on your wrist, you're welcome to bring the hands facing the side or the fingertips facing the side. You're going to do it that way. So choosing any angle of the wrists that feel good to you. One more inhale, lift the chest. So it's a bit of a cat-cow action in the spine. Exhale, round. Flipping the hands once again, we do that one last time. So 10 rounds, inhale, lift the palms and lower. And keeping it slightly more dynamic as we want to create some heat into the hands, into the arms. Beautiful. Your last round. Flipping the hands once again. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, round. Think of really pressing the whole palm of the hand into the floor. And if you find you have overextended elbows, then just gently bend your elbows slightly, not to extend into that joint. Beautiful. With your next inhale, we roll over the shins. We find a child's pose. So big toes to touch, knees up nice and wide. Just finding some extension in the spine. Allow the pelvis to drop down to the heels. Gazing forward as you inhale, start to rock forward, bringing some weight into the hands. As you exhale, rock back. So this is just some organic movement into your body. Feel it out, feel what feels good. Go as far into the shape as you would like, as deep into the shape as you would like. So there's really no right or wrong here. You can even tuck the toes, which feels good. Just dropping the hips and sinking them down. Now start to make the movement slightly bigger as you lift the chest. So a slight cobra action in the spine. And then exhale down. Just 2 more. Inhale up. And exhale down. Last time as you inhale, draw the chest up. And now exhale, tabletop position, we tuck the toes. We hover the knees off of the floor. And we find a moment here. So the knees are just about 3 or 4 centimeters off of the floor. Feeling the core and the legs engage and switch on. Still spreading the hands, really pressing into the palms. Take 1 more inhale. As you exhale, sink down, downward facing dog, lifting the tailbone all the way up to the ceiling. You can pedal out the legs of first down dog of our practice, so maybe bend the one knee, bend the other. And then we find some stillness in our down dog here. So going through a little bit of a checklist. Allow the heels to sink down, feet are hip width distance apart, toes facing forward. And you can keep the knees slightly bent as you lift the tailbone up towards the ceiling. So if you're finding your lower spine is rounding, really bend the knees more and think of sending the chest down to the knees. Pressing into the hands, spreading the fingers, and then relaxing the back of the neck, shake the head out. Beautiful. As you inhale, we lift the heels coming onto the toes, and we start to roll forward into plank. We hold for a moment. Dropping the hips, creating that one long line, shifting the weight into the wrists. As you exhale, downward facing dog, bend the knees. Inhale, we roll forward. So we're finding some spinal rolls from down dog to plank. 3 more rounds like that. Inhale, roll forward. Think of this cat-like action in the upper spine especially. And then back. So we're still undulating the spine. We're still warming it up. Beautiful. In your downward facing dog, lifting the right leg up towards the ceiling. 3-legged dog. Inhale. As you exhale, draw the knee in towards the chest. Inhale, back to center, 3-legged dog. Kick that foot back. 2 more like that. Exhale, shift the weight. Last one, kicking the foot back. Exhale, shift the weight. 3-legged dog all the way now. You can open the hips slightly just for a moment, maybe moving the ankle. And then we come back to center, float that leg down, downward facing dog. Other leg up, left leg, 3-legged. Exhale, draw the knee into the chest. Beautiful, all the way back. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale. 3-legged dog now. We open the hip, we bend the knee. And we move the left ankle one direction, then the other. Squaring off the hips, floating that leg down. Downward facing dogs, gazing forward. Stepping forward, find a forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale as we halfway lift, fingertips to shins. So making sure that the toes are touching, heels are slightly apart. As you exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way up, high mountain. Start to roll the spine up, coming to stand nice and tall. Tadasana, mountain pose. Draw the thumbs towards the sternum, palms to touch. And then close the eyes here, take a moment just to feel the body rooting into the floor, spreading the toes, feeling the energy move from the soles of the feet all the way up the legs, out the top of the head. And then we start to flow with your inhale, blinking the eyes open, high mountain, reach. Exhale, fold forward. Surya Namaskara, A as we step back, plank pose, inhale. Shifting forward as you exhale, knees, chest, chin, Ashtangasana. Baby Cobra as you inhale, press the tops of the feet onto the floor, lift the collarbones and maybe float the fingers. Beautiful, downward facing dog as you shift, roll over the knees, tuck the toes. Gazing forward, step up or jump, forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we fold. Inhale all the way up, high mountain. Exhale, mountain pose, stand up nice and tall. That is round 1, we have 2 more rounds. Inhale, sweep arms up. So as we start to move the whole body, finding that continuous expression of movement, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping out, plank pose. This time you can go through Ashtangasana like before, or Chaturanga Dandasana. So for Chaturanga, we think of shifting the weight onto the tippy toes, rounding the upper spine slightly, and as you exhale, squeeze elbows into the waist. Beautiful. Baby Cobra like before, or this time upward facing dog. Lifting the hips, shining the chest up. As you exhale, down dog, we all meet. Gazing forward, step upward, jump forward, fold, top of the mat. All the way up, high mountain. Mountain pose, Samastiti, Tadasana. Last round we flow, inhale. Maybe a little back bend if you have it in you. As you exhale, forward fold. You can either step out or jump into a plank. Straight into Chaturanga, either on or off the knees, your choice. So as we do in a Vinyasa flow, we're going to be doing these 4 motions from high plank to low plank to upward facing dog and down dog a few times. And at any point, if you feel you want to skip that out, you can just meet us in a down dog straight away. Gazing forward, step upward, jump forward, fold. Utkatasana this time, we sink and drop the hips. Inhale, high mountain, lifting. Tadasana, mountain pose. Completing our Surya Namaskara. Inhale here as you exhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. So we're sinking back. In your chair pose, making sure that your weight is in the heels, so maybe even lifting the toes. And think of rounding the lower spine here, so we don't want to stick the bum out too much. Think of protecting the kidney belts. Take an inhale. As you exhale, forward fold. Stepping back, left foot. Inhale, sweep the arms up, high lunge. Take a moment, inhaling. As you exhale, rocket lunge, we shift forward, coming onto the tippy toes of the back foot. Sweeping the arms behind you. Beautiful. Dropping left arm into your low lunge twist, right arm lifts. We start to heel toe the right foot to the right side of the mat, coming onto the outer blade of the back foot. And then we place the left hip down onto the floor, side cobra. Inhale, press into that left hand as you lift. Exhale as you lower. 2 more like that. Inhale as you lift. Think of lifting out of that left side body and exhale down. Last one, inhale, we lift, we hold this one. And we come into a side plank, so taking the right foot, stacking it on top. You'll probably find you are opposite to me, so that's fine. Right foot is on top. We hold for a moment. If this is too much for you, you're welcome to come into supported side plank by just lowering the bottom knee down. When you are ready, coming plank pose, inhale here, exhale Chaturanga, flow through your Vinyasa of your choice. Or like I said before, straight to downward facing dog is also available. Gazing forward, step up and jump forward, fold. Utkatasana, dropping the hips, lifting the chest. If it's comfortable for the head and neck, you're welcome to reach the fingertips up next to the ears. And inhale, around the lower spine as you exhale, forward fold. Right foot steps back, low lunge. Inhale to rise, high lunge. So in your high lunge, I didn't say this before, but you want to bend that back knee slightly to find some elongation in the front of the hip, some strength in the legs. Inhale here as you exhale, rocket lunge. Now we shift forward, we straighten that back knee. Dropping into your twist, left arm rises. Side cobra as you start to walk the left foot to the left side of the mat, dropping right hip. Inhale, lifting the arm, lifting the hips. 2 more, exhale down. Press into the right hand, inhale, we lift. Exhale down. Last time, inhale, lift. Side plank as we stack the left foot on top. Supported side plank is also there if you need to drop that lower knee. And then coming into plank pose, inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Well done everybody. Take a moment in your down dog. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. Gazing forward, step up or jump forward, fold. Inhale all the way up, high mountain. Round 2 of our flow, exhale as we drop Utkatasana, chair pose. Now a little bit more familiar in the body and in the brain. Stepping left foot back, low lunge. Inhale, find this continuous motion as you have a better sense of where you are going. Rocket lunge as we reach forward. Into your twist, right arm lifts. Side cobra. Drop the hips. 3 lifts, inhale. And exhale. Beautiful, inhale. And exhale. Feel that heat in the body. Inhale, side plank as we start to stack the foot on top. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can also bring one foot in front of the other. That's also another variation of side plank. Like I said in the beginning, really adjust the practice as you need to. Plank pose, we shift, inhale, exhale, chaturanga of your choice. We meet in a downward facing dog. Big inhale through the nose, exhale out. Gazing forward, step up or jump, forward fold. Straight away, Utkatasana, drop the hips, lift spine, lift the chest. 1 inhale, and exhale down. Right leg all the way back. High lunge, inhale. Sweep the arms, exhale, rocket lunge. Placing the right hand down, left arm lifts, inhale. Moving into your side cobra, shuffle the left foot. Drop the hip, inhale, lift. 2 more like that, exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Sticking with your breath, inhale, side plank, we hold. Really lifting out of the right side body. Slowly rocking forward, center, plank pose. And then chaturanga of your choice. Beautiful. Take a moment, take a breath. Let's do 3 more like that. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, side out, relax the back of the neck. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Gazing forward, step up or jump, forward fold. Inhale all the way up, high mountain. Dropping down, Utkatasana, chair pose. So this time in your chair, we find a little challenge. We're going to fly our chair. So lifting heels, bringing the weight onto the toes now. And if you want to, you can fly the arms behind you, flying chair. Find a balance, inhale. As you exhale, dropping forward, forward fold. Low lunge, left leg steps back. Sweeping arms, inhale, high lunge. Dropping forward, rocket lunge. Low lunge twist, right arm lifts. Just 1 round of side cobra, so dropping the hip down. Inhale, we lift out. Straight into our side plank now, taking the right leg on top. And then if you would like, you can maybe float the right leg off. If your leg is floated, we think of drawing the right knee into the chest, all the way, step, 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 find your low lunge at the top of the mat. Beautiful, drop the back knee, untuck the toes, inhale, Vinyasa to rise, lifting up and out of the hip, and exhale, half split, sinking back. Deep flex in the front toes. Shifting all the way forward, back to your low lunge, step back, plank pose, inhale, chaturanga of your choice. Beautiful. We go straight onto the other side, so the left leg lifts. Step the left leg forward, low lunge. Inhale to rise, high lunge. Exhale, shift, rocket lunge. Open, low lunge twist, left arm lifts. Side cobra as you shift, drop the hip. Just one round, inhale, we lift out. You know where you're going, side plank, start to shift the left foot. And if you're feeling comfy here, maybe you want to lift the left leg off. Find a float, inhale. As you exhale, left knee draws into the chest, gazing forwards, top of the mat, step forward. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes, Vinyasa, low crescent lunge, rise. Half split, sinking back. All the way forward, plank pose. Find your plank, stepping back with the left foot. Chaturanga, either on or off the knees. Or you can skip it out and come straight to down dog. Well done, everybody. Big breath in, big breath out. We have one last round of our flow. Gazing forward, step up, or jump forward, fold. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Last time, if you would like to fly your chair, shifting the weight, lifting the heels. And inhale, and as you exhale, sink down. Low lunge, left leg steps back. Sweep the arms up, high lunge. Rocket lunge, send your body forward. Now in your rocket lunge here, a little challenge if you would like. Maybe sweeping arms forward, reaching through the fingertips, and if you can, lift the back leg. I don't have much space, annoyingly this table's in the way. So you can also just bring your hands into your chest, Anjali Mudra, Warrior 3, maybe even an aeroplane variation, play around. Beautiful, when you're ready, float the foot down, low lunge twist, right arm lifts. We can go straight into our side plank now, so lifting the right foot, stacking it on top. And another moment here, if you want to float the foot. If you want to go even further, and you have it in your practice, taking a toe bind. So right index finger and little finger wraps around the big toe. And then from here, maybe you can extend the leg. Beautiful, everybody. Bringing that foot all the way forward, low lunge, drop the back knee, untuck the toes, Vinyasa. And half split, sink back. Back to your plank pose, step back. Second last chaturanga if you would like it. Down dog. Go straight away onto the other side, left knee into the chest, step forward. High lunge, inhale. Exhale, rocket lunge. Moving into your warrior 3 or aeroplane, so whatever works for you, whatever space you have available. Right leg lifts and floats. Play around with variations, take a moment. And floating the foot all the way down, twisting, left arm rises. Straight into your side plank, left leg stacks on top. Now you float the left leg off. You're welcome to stay here. You can even find a tree pose variation. Otherwise, taking that toe bind like we did before and then stretching the leg out. Beautiful. Coming back to center, left leg forward, low lunge. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes, Vinyasa. Exhale, sink back. All the way forward, back to your plank pose. Last chaturanga, last opportunity for it if you would like it. Use your breath. Beautiful, everyone. Downward facing dog. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, side out, child's pose. Drop the knees, drop the hips, let go, release and relax. So, like I said, we are doing arm balances today. I will be demonstrating 2 options for a peak pose. You're welcome to choose one. You can do both. You can do none of them. You can stay in your child's pose. It is optional. Nothing is mandatory. So option 1 is going to be dolphin pose. So how we come into it, just quickly coming onto a tabletop position, dropping the elbows down. I want to make sure that the elbows are drawing in. So you're creating a number 11 with your forearms. From here, tucking the toes and then lifting the hips as you would in a downward facing dog. And now see, once you are here, see how much weight you can draw into the arms by stepping the toes forward, maybe even coming onto the tippy toes. And if you would like, you can lift the one leg, you can play around here, lift the other leg. If pincher is in your practice and you would like to go there, you're welcome to. So pincher would be to lift both legs. I'm not going to demonstrate it now. So that's dolphin. Second option, once you are done with dolphin, if you want to go into the next option, which is crow, you're welcome to. Otherwise, just settle back into a child's pose. So crow, we're going to come into it from a downward facing dog. So option 2. From here, we're going to lift the heels. Start to walk the toes towards the hands. And then bend the knees a lot. So we're onto the toes with heels lifted. Think of bending the knees into the armpits as high as they can go. And then we start to rock forward, spreading the hands, creating a shelf with the arms. And then see, maybe you can tease the one foot off, play around, tease the other foot off. Or maybe, just maybe, lifting both feet and finding a float. And once you have lifted both feet, think of drawing the heels in towards the sitting bones. And you want to shift your gaze out and away. You're not looking down. As soon as you look down, you're sending the energy and the weight of your head down onto the floor, and that's when you might fall. So you're really thinking of lifting and looking out and away. Okay, so those 2 options, dolphin or crow, in your own time. If you need to just take a look at what I'm doing, you're welcome to. I'm going to play around with both. But really, this is a moment to explore your own practice, to find some exploration in your body and where it's at today. And remember, if things aren't working, if you're falling out of it, if you're finding this quite frustrating, come back to your intention of focus and patience. You see, falling out of it works. Okay, once you have had enough, you can gently just come down into a child's pose. We'll all meet there. Take a rest, take a moment. And then with your next inhale, we're going to find a Sphinx pose. So just dropping your belly all the way down onto the mat, forearms onto the floor. Inhale, lift the chest, think of drawing the chest forward. And then slowly coming down, back to your child's pose. Unwrapping or unraveling the legs out from underneath you. We take the left knee into the chest, and we allow the knee to fall open. So I'll just turn to face you. Ardha Paschimottanasana, inhale, arms to rise. Exhale as you fold forward. So we're starting to cool the body down. So take this time now to completely relax and soften. Slowly roll the spine up, just switching out the legs, straightening the one knee, allowing the right leg to fall open. Inhale, as you exhale, fold over. Your next inhale, roll the spine up, both legs straight this time. Shuffle yourself slightly more forward, reaching the arms out, and then start to roll the spine all the way down with control. As you arrive onto your back, hugging the knees into the chest. You can rock from side to side, massage out the back. And we're going to Halasana, plow pose. Inhale here. As you exhale, rock the feet over. Really important, once you are in Halasana, don't look right or left. Just gaze into the center of your knees. If you're not sure what shape we are in, rather come out of it, watch, and then go back in. Support your lower back with your hands. If your feet are floating off of the floor, that's perfectly fine. If you want to play around with any other shapes, maybe a shoulder stand, maybe ear pressure pose. And once you've had enough, gently using the hands, guide the spine all the way down. Knees back and towards the chest. Inhale here, as you exhale, drop the knees over towards the left. You can bring the arms to a capital T position, close the eyes. And just start to slow down your breathing, slow down the heart rate. Gently bringing the knees back into the chest, and then allow them to fall over to the right. Your next inhale, knees draw back to the center. Give yourself a tight squeeze, really squeezing in. And then as you exhale, Shavasana, lower yourself all the way down. Lying flat on your back. Taking up as much space as you need. So if there's any last adjustments, any last micro movements, you can take them now. And then settle into stillness. As you flutter the eyes to close, so draw them closed. Allowing this heaviness to overcome you. Bringing a softening into the body as you completely let go and release now. I'm going to give you a few moments of silence here to simply just be with your body and with your breath. As we transition out of the doing body and into the being body. And when you are ready, there's no rush. Start to bring your attention, your awareness back to your body, back to your breath. You can stay here for as long as you like, otherwise we start to wake the body up. Rubbing fingertips together, wiggling the toes, gentle movements into the wrists and the ankles. You can slowly roll over onto any side, cradling the head. And keeping the eyes closed, sitting up, same way we started. Easy cross-legged position. And we bring the hands to touch thumbs at your sternum, Anjali Mudra. A moment of gratitude and appreciation from yourself and to yourself. Saying well done for sticking through this practice. Well done for rolling out your mat. Well done for practicing focus and patience, two elements we can take off our mats and into our world and our lives. And then bowing the forehead to fingertips, sealing everything in. And when you are ready, blink the eyes open, come back to your space. From me to all of you, thank you so much for joining and for practicing with me today from all corners of the earth. I'll be keeping this live open just for a few more moments. If anybody has anything to share, if you have any questions, anything at all, maybe you just want to share where you are calling in from, it's always lovely to hear. And while everybody is coming back, I'm just going to take some time to chat about if you enjoyed this session and you would like to practice with me more, you're welcome to follow my profile on Inside Timer, click follow, and then you'll get updated with all the future classes I'll be teaching. I try and teach about twice a week. One class more a Vinyasa class like we did today, and then another one more yin restorative based. I am actually teaching a yin straight after this, so in about 10 minutes, if anybody would like to do another class, something a bit more relaxing and restorative. And then other than that, there's lots of pre-recorded meditations up on my profile that you can practice at any time that suits you. And then lastly, I would just like to say thank you to everybody that have donated in this session, in previous sessions. Donations really do help in not only keeping this app alive and being able to share different yoga practices and philosophies with meditation from all over the world, but also to support the teachers individually. So all donations do go straight to the teachers. So yeah, it's much appreciated. Thank you, Elle. Thank you so much. I hope everybody could hear and see me okay. I know there was a little bit of a wobble with the internet halfway through, so unfortunately I can't do much about that. So I hope it was all good.